What's up YouTube? It's Lena and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about once again the homeless community. Alright, so I wanted to answer a question that one of my subscribers had asked me. I want to say like maybe 3 weeks ago when I posted my last video on what it's like living in the homeless community, kind of what goes on in the homeless community. And they asked me where do you go to the bathroom? So you have a few different options when it comes to, living outside and having to use the bathroom and or freshen up. One of the main places you can go to, any Walmart, any grocery store, really. Nobody's really going to question you if you just walk in there and use the bathroom. I know that Starbucks just did a new policy. I want to say, has it been a year yet? I don't think it's been a year yet, but they just did a new policy that like they can't kick out homeless people now. So, if you just want to go to Starbucks and like sit and order a water cup and just sit there, as long as you're not bothering anybody, you can sit there all day and use their bathroom. So, that's really cool. Also, another place you can go is, I want to say, depending on the area that you're in, because last time I was living in the streets, or living on the streets, I was in like a downtown type area, but we were in the mountains. But their downtown area, like they had public restrooms and stuff like that. They had a shelter that was like literally like right up the street from the park where a lot of the homeless people hung out at. And they served dinner and lunch. Yeah, dinner and lunch every day except for Saturday. And so yeah, you could go there, you could eat, you could shower there on certain days. Only certain days you could shower. It really depends on what shelter you go to and their policies. A lot of shelters have a day program, and you can go and you can shower, you can do your laundry, you can have a cup of coffee, and you can stay there pretty much all day. The last time I did any kind of day program like that, I was in Norfolk, Virginia, and the times were, I want to say it was like 10 to like 3:30, something like that. But you could literally, sit there all day, color, knit, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Sometimes they have really cool like group activities and stuff like that. At least in the women's shelter. I'm not too sure about the men's shelter, because I'm a woman. So, yeah. But I would say, a few of the harsh realities of living outside is that you may not always be able to use the bathroom, inside somewhere, or you may not always be able to, shower when you want to. Let's say you have a job and the hours of the shelter to shower, are when you're supposed to be at work. Well, if you're supposed to be at work, you can't go to the shelter and shower. So one of the things that I will suggest trying to do, is try to make friends, with people who live inside. We call them housies on the street. So try to make friends with a housie. And, unless you're already friends, with someone who has their own place. My brother actually let us, well, he's not my real brother, but he's like a brother to me. He actually let me and my husband, in exchange for basically like babysitting, his daughter. We would come over and shower and eat, and then sometimes, he let us stay the night and sleep on the couch and stuff like that. So, it's always good to have people who are in your corner. They might not necessarily be able to let you stay with them, based on their home circumstances. They may have a roommate or something of that nature that prevents them, from letting you stay there, and that happens. They can't help that happens. But yeah, I would strongly suggest, trying to make friends, or something like that, because it can get to you, like sleeping outside, being exposed to the elements for long periods of time can get to you. Being harassed by police can get to you, And then it's like me, it's like, okay, I'm a woman, and then I'm a black woman at that. So I have to worry about being homeless, and then I have to worry about being black while being homeless. And that's something that's always harder, I want to say, because, and I'm not saying, that I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it is a race thing. I've been stopped by police multiple times and, been asked for my ID. Thank God, I don't have anything on my record, so I never had to worry about, getting arrested or anything like that. Police can't really arrest you for sleeping outside. They can arrest you if, they can arrest you, like, if they gave you a warning, that you're trespassing there and you need to leave. If you go back, then they can, arrest you because you didn't listen and you're trespassing. And that's always one of the hard things, is to find a place to sleep. And a cool thing about some of these shelters is, you don't have to stay there. Like I said, you can just go during the day. But another cool thing is some of them will let you keep a bag there, because when you're living on the streets, you really don't want to carry too much with you. Like, if you have a backpack, like, that's cool. Like one backpack, that's cool. That's what I would suggest, it's like one bag, if necessary, if you absolutely need it. Because when you have a lot of stuff with you, that draws attention to yourself. That draws attention to yourself for, other people who may want to rob or harm you. That draws attention to yourself, through the police, because then they know, oh, okay, hey, this person is homeless, let's keep an eye on them, make sure they're not trespassing, sleeping anywhere they're not supposed to be sleeping, yada, yada, yada. It just draws a lot of attention to yourself. So yeah, a lot of these shelters, they'll let you keep a bag there with, and they'll give you stuff, like, just free stuff, like soap, a toothbrush, deodorant, and depending on what shelter you go to, you can get, like, new stuff every day that you go there, every day you can get a new toothbrush if you want to, if they have the supply, if it's a good enough shelter and they have the supplies, they will give it to you. And it's great, and a lot of them give out clothes, I think I had a pair of, I don't know what they were. Oh no, it wasn't me. It was my roommate when I was staying in the shelter. They gave her a pair of brand new Sperry's. And if anybody knows the brand Sperry topsider, it's expensive. It's like $80 and up, really, for, a pair of women's shoes. They're boat shoes. They're made of leather, they're meant to be worn on, like, yachts and stuff so you don't slip and fall or whatever. But, people just wear them to wear them. But, you can find, like, a lot of cool stuff at these shelters, like, it's crazy some of the name brand things that people donate. And, you go and they just give it away. They just give it to you, and it's kind of great, I don't know. Being homeless isn't always bad, and it kind of gives you a sense of freedom. It's like you don't have any bills to pay, you can pretty much go wherever you want. Like, this summer, I went to, where was I? I went from South Carolina to Asheville, North Carolina. Then from Asheville, North Carolina, I went to Knoxville, Tennessee. Then from Knoxville, Tennessee, we went to Washington, D.C., and then back down here to South Carolina. And we did all of that in 2 months, you guys. 2 months. And we didn't have, like, really any money starting out, like, it's crazy to say. I know it sounds crazy, and you guys probably don't believe half of the stuff that I'm saying, but I swear to you, it is true. It is true. And I wouldn't have gotten through any of it if it wasn't for the grace of God. A lot of nights praying, sitting in the rain, praying that you don't get wet, because you don't have anywhere that you can go and dry your clothes that next day. You know, you're just going to be walking around wet. That's what it is. That's the life. But this is it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.